Good morning, everyone. My name's Benson Mitugi. I am the one who is going to take you through the QuickBooks Online overview. And we'll be able to take your questions right at the tail end. Feel most welcome. If you have questions, I suggest you keep them until the end so that we can be able to take them up. Otherwise, you're welcome. Our training this morning is on QuickBooks Online. We're going to see what it is that you can do with QuickBooks Online, the advantages of QuickBooks Online over the traditional desktop software. We're going to see all that. So before we get into the training, please introduce yourself so that we can know and we can know your name and where you work from. Kindly feel free. So I'm waiting for you. See? Okay. Kenneth, we are waiting for you. Maybe we start with you. Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, morning everyone. I'm sorry because of the background. And I work for
Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you.
Hi, Corinne. Karin.
Hi, everybody. I'm
How are you?
Karine Shimimana. I'm fine. I'm Karine Shimimana. I'm from Burundi, and I'm working for an NGO called Senap.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Moses. Hi, Moses. Moses, can you hear me? Hi, Kenneth. Mutugi. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be looking at to have a QuickBooks Online overview. Then from there, we'll be looking at how you do your invoicing and receipts. Then we'll go to expenses and bill management. We'll have a brief look at bank reconciliation and automation. We'll also be looking at financial reports and customization. We briefly look at multi-user setup and permissions for those of you that will be using. We'll be having many people accessing QuickBooks Online from your organizations. Thereafter, we'll have a question and answer. And last will be a recap and any other thing that you might want us to cover and we probably wouldn't have looked at. So you're welcome. First thing, of course, I would want to start from is why QuickBooks Online? QuickBooks Online is cloud-based, and it offers several benefits over the traditional QuickBooks desktop software. You are aware, those of you that have used the QuickBooks Desktop software, that the storage of the data files is within your premises. And therefore, when you would want to access that data file from outside the premises, it becomes difficult. The advantage, of course, of QuickBooks Online is as long as you have an internet connection, you will be able to access your data, whether from your car, whether from your house, wherever you are, you'll be able to see your data. So it allows access from anywhere. It enhances what we call real-time collaboration and offers automatic backups. Because those of us who have used QuickBooks Desktop, that backups, it's something that you have to remember, and you do backups religiously. Otherwise, when you lose your data, you find yourself in a problem. Real-time collaboration also means we don't have to be in one place to be able to post or to view a report or to see what is happening at any one time. So it means I could be in the field. I want to post a sales invoice. I'm able to do so. I'm in the field. I want to see a sales report. Or I want to see how much a customer owes us. I'm able to say that. I could be in the field somewhere very far from the office. I want to see how much a supplier, how much we owe a supplier. And I'll be able to say that as well. So real-time collaboration is very, very, very important. And QuickBooks Online allows you to have that real-time collaboration. Of course, we have talked about accessibility. There is another advantage, obviously, like we're going to see, QuickBooks Online is a lot more flexible than the traditional QuickBooks Desktop software. QuickBooks Online also has what we call, you're able to automate your tasks, like your expense tracking, and you're able to connect your bank to QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online has enhanced security. You're able to set, depending on the plan that you go for, you'll be able to create user roles and assign rights to different sets of users in your organization. So you'll be able to do what we call customizable roles and permissions. You don't have to worry about where your data file is in the organization, maybe sitting in a server. This one is cloud-based. You don't have to worry about backups. The backups are done automatically, and you're able to access that data as and when you require, at any time of the day, 24/7. Now, the first thing you have to, maybe before I get to that, QuickBooks Online has their 4 plans. And it is important to know there are 4 plans. The first one is the simple start for 1 or 2 users, 1 user. The second plan is the essentials, 5 users. The third plan is Oh, it's 3. Essentials is 3. Sorry for that. The next one is plus 5 users. And then QuickBooks Online Advanced, which gives you 30 users. So from this, of course, you can see every size of an organization is catered for. So Plus is, of course, most recommended. That's what I would recommend for most organizations. 5 users. And it has a lot of features that you will not find in Essentials and the Simple Start. But that's it done. You could actually start from the smallest plan possible, and you're able to move up as your requirements and needs increase. So you start off, of course, with the smallest, which is Simple Start, to Essentials. Again, if you outgrow the Essentials, you can migrate to the next plan, which is the Plus. And if you outgrow that, then you go to the most the biggest, which is the Plus, the advanced. Sorry. If you're looking at tracking inventory, you will find that in the Plus. That is in the Plus. So as I mentioned earlier, I don't want to take a lot of time here, but if you want to track inventory, definitely then you go for the Plus. Essentials and the Simple Start don't have that. If you're looking at customizing user roles and setting rights, that is very, very comprehensively covered in the advanced, in the Plus. So the first place after setting up your QuickBooks Online, the first place that I would recommend you start from, obviously, is from this gear, where you do your setup. Okay, you can see your company. And if you want to change your account and settings, you click on that. And you're able to change your company name My company name is called Text ABC Company. But if you wanted to change the name, you can see this pencil. You're able to click at that, and you're able to change the name. Okay. You're able to you're able to indicate whether the company name and the legal name are the same. Those of us that have PIN numbers, you can be able to enter your PIN number there. Okay. And once you are done, you click save. Okay. Is the contact information again. Should you wish to change, again, you click on the pencil on the right-hand side. Okay, the company name again. You're able to put your phone number. You're able to put your website there. You save. Okay, there is the address. Again, if you wish to change that, this is where you do that from. Okay, so doing the company setup is that simple. Okay. The next thing they show you is the usage, the billable users. Chart of accounts itself tells me that I have 71 accounts here, because the number will depend on how many accounts you're going to have on your chart of accounts. Okay. Go to sales. Okay. Preferred invoicing forms, preferred delivery method. Again, if you wish to change any of these things, you click on the pencil. Okay. What is your preferred invoice terms? You can change that. Those that want to be paid cash, whatever, it's all here for you. Okay. It's about custom fields if you're going to use them. Custom transaction numbers, if you wish to use that. Okay. If you wish to show service dates, if you wish to offer discounts, you're able to show that to check that. Okay. Deposits. So depending on what you do in your organization, you are able to change these as and when it is necessary. So when you've done the changes, you save, and then you can move on to the next. Payment instructions. Again, if you wish to change that, this is where you come and change that. Enter your bank or preferred payment service provider. You can be able to enter that there. Products and services. Okay. You have an answer change. Okay, fine. Let me save that. Okay, products. This is off for now. But if I wish to change that, I can change that. Okay. Do you do progress invoicing? Depending on the nature of the industry where you are from, you might want to do progress invoicing. What this means is, for one job, I could bill 1, 2, 3, 4 invoices, depending on what our agreement with the customer. For example, if I'm doing construction, we could agree with the customer that once you do the first bit of the work, you invoice me for that. Okay. Once you complete maybe the second part, you do the same, on and on until your total bill is actually paid. So this is where you indicate whether you're going to have that progress invoicing or not. If I want to do it, I think I can change that and update that. Now I'm able to do that. What about messages? Default email messages with sales forms. Again, you can change that. Those of you that will be sending invoices by email, you can be able to craft a letter or something, some text that accompanies the invoice or whatever it is that you are sending. Okay. Again, if you're going to do that, you can see a sample here. We appreciate your business. Please find your invoice details here. Feel free to contact us. This you can change. Don't have to take what QuickBooks Online has offered. That you can change. Okay. You could also indicate whether you want email me a copy or whatever CCs, blind copies, all that you're able to do. Okay. If you want to save that, you can save. Otherwise, you cancel. Okay. Next thing, of course, is what about the reminders? Okay. What about statements? Right now, it is on. Okay. We all know what statements are. List each transaction on a single line. You just basically telling the system how you want your statement. There's a statement of account that you send to your customer periodically. Just basically telling the system how you would want to manage that. Again, if you want to change that, this right now it is on. If you don't want it, you can turn this off. If you want it to remain, then you just save that. Okay. So that is done. Go back to this again. Again on the account settings, I'll take a bit of time here. What about the expenses? We've looked at the sales. What about the expenses? Bills and expenses. Show item table on expense and purchase forms. It is on. If you want to turn that off, you have the opportunity to do so. You can show the tags if you want to. You can track expenses and items by customer. It is now off. Should you wish to have it on, you click on that pencil and you click on that and it is turned on. Make expenses and items billable. If you wish to have that, you can turn that on as well. Once you're done, again, you save that. Okay. Are you going to use purchase orders? Right now it is on. Those of you that would want to start, your purchasing process or your buying process is to start from purchase orders. You raise a purchase order, you send that to a supplier, and then they supply. Should you want to turn that on or off, you have the opportunity to do so. Right now, we think we leave it on for now. Okay, so we cancel that. Messages, if you wish to. Again, you can turn that on or off as will be required for your organization. Go back again there. We're still in setup. Key account and settings. If you're doing time or billing on time, you can set that up. Let's go to advanced. This is important. We see that quite a lot. This quite a lot when you are setting your QuickBooks Desktop. Wants to know your first month of financial year. In our case here, we've set it to January, but doesn't have to be January. Can be, if you do the government here from July to June. Seen places where their year starts from April. So this is where you come and change that. Okay. First month of the year, same as financial year. Accounting method can be cash or accrual. Okay. You've taken accrual here. Do you close your books? Okay. If you do, then you turn that on. Then once you turn it on, you indicate when the closing date. Okay. Right for now, we leave it off. The facility is there should you wish to use it. Your company type, is it limited? Sole proprietor? Limited by guarantee? Okay, all those things are here. Again, you can turn that on or off. You can change that. You can see this sole proprietor. Is it a partnership? Small business? Is it a corporation? Okay, is it non-profit organization for you who are in the non-governmental organization? Limited liability, not sure. Is it a trust? All those facilities are there. Okay, so for now we just leave it as limited liability. But that doesn't mean if you're in the NGO world, you leave it as limited, because then of course you'll pick what is most appropriate for you. Okay. Next one, of course, is the chart of accounts. Those of us who are accountants, this is important, even for those of us who are not accountants, because when you now want to see your expense headings, where your money has gone to, which accounts your money has come into, your balance sheet, your profit and loss. Of course, the chart of accounts is important, and that is where you create those headings that I've talked about. Okay. So chart of accounts, of course, yeah, that we need it. Okay. If you wish to create or to show account numbers on your chart of accounts, this is where you turn it on. Okay, that means as you create your chart of accounts, you'll be able to enter or to create account numbers. That means you are able to say maybe from account 1,000 to 2,000 is income, maybe from 3,000 to 4,000 or 3,999. That is whatever, you're able to do that. Otherwise, if you don't need that, you turn that off and you save. Okay. Are you going to wish to use categories, track classes? What are classes? Those of you that have used QuickBooks Desktop, classes are used to, like if you have departments and you want to track your income and expenses by department, we normally turn on this class feature. Right now it is off. If you're going to do so, again, I'll go back to those of you who are in the NGO world, non-governmental. You want to track your expenses by classes. This is you need to turn this feature on. Not just those again who are in the NGO world, but even in the corporate world. These other places you want to track your expenses by department, or if you have, you could be having branches in your organization and you want to track your expenses. Maybe you want to see your profit and loss by division or by a branch. This is where you turn these classes on, and every time you're entering a transaction, you'll be requested to enter the class so that when you are reporting, you'll be able to see your reports by classes. You'll be able to see your profit and loss by class and a host of other reports. Okay. Again, those of you who are in the NGO world, you talk about projects quite a lot. This is where you turn this feature. We are going to use the projects feature. It's there for you. Right now it is on. Those of you that don't need it, you can turn it off. We should change the language because we are using English here. Don't ask me whether this is Kiswahili, but English is there, and I believe the other languages, yeah, there are Chinese, whatever, Deutsch, which is German, Italiano. Okay, for us, let it remain English. Other preferences, the date formats. In Kenya today, DDMMYY is what we are used to. Otherwise, it could also be like the US format, which is month, day, and year, whatever suits you. Currency format, you can change the currency format. Okay, by clicking on that. Okay, how do you want to display your currencies? You're able to change that. Warn me if duplicate check number is used. That is important. Okay. Warn me if I settle a bill number that's already, of course, you don't want to pay your bills twice. Warn me if duplicate journal number is used. That is also important. Okay. Sign me out if I'm inactive for, okay, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay. Because you know why this is important. You're not on your computer. Okay. So I think the best thing is when you're not on your computer, if you want to do something else, just come out of the QuickBooks. Okay. That's what I recommend. Okay. Like if you're comfortable with that, you just say save. And then I say done. Okay. Sorry, we're taking a bit of time on the setting up because it is important. Manage users. So this is where you add your users. Okay. If you've got more than one user, this is where you come and add a user. So by clicking on add user, I'll put the name, the last name, the first name, last name, and the email address. Okay. And then this is where you come and assign the roles. What should this user be able to do? Okay. Can they do sales? Can they do expenses? Can they do inventory? Can they be able to view the list? These are the item lists. Can they be able to do the bookkeeping, the accounting, the reports, the time tracking, account management? This is all there for you. So when you are creating a user, basically you already know what you'd want this user to do in the organization. If it's an accountant, okay, you know what roles to assign them. And this is where you do that assignment. Okay. Okay, so if you have got somebody who says, I'm not able to do this, okay, I don't have the right to do the other, or I would like to do this and I'm not able to, this is a place to come and check that. Okay. All right. Once that is done, go back here. Okay. So you'll be able to see the list of your users in your system. On the screen right now, I only have one user, but you'll be able to create as many users that you as your plan will allow. Go back again here. Okay. Custom form styles. This is where you customize your templates. Okay. Invoice. Okay. If we wish to change the formats, okay, you want to put your logos, okay, you want to add some fields that are not here. Basically, the customization, we see that those that have used QuickBooks Online are basically the same stuff, okay. Well, if you want to see, I can see everything that I need to see here. If there's anything that you do not see here, you can always come and, okay, add your change the template from here. Okay. So you're able to go to the design and, okay, you can be able to change the content, you can be able to change the design, okay, and all that. Okay. So it's all here for you. Okay, we're not going to that right now, but you've seen it is possible. Okay, let's go back to that gear icon again. Chart of accounts. I talked briefly about the chart of accounts. The system comes with an already, this already a chart of accounts for you. Again, this might not suit you depending on where you are, depending on the industry where you work. You can change this. Okay. You can add new accounts if you like. Okay. Can make an account inactive should you wish to. You can print the list. You can view settings. Okay. Or somewhere we said we would like to see account numbers, so it's already checked here. If I don't want it, I can untick it. It is removed. Okay. As it is, this chart of accounts does not have account numbers. So I'll be required to put them if I need to. Otherwise, by coming there, okay, and I can be able to show all my account numbers by moving back and forth. Okay. Yeah, so the chart is here for you. You can create accounts. You can be able to change them. You can delete if you need to. It's all there. If again, you can import. Okay, importing means you can actually you can import this chart from a chart from whatever, from Excel. Maybe you have it on your QuickBooks that you'd like to use the same chart of accounts that you have on your QuickBooks Desktop and you want it imported, you can be able to do that here. That is for now. So you know now that it is possible to create a new one, to create new accounts. You can be able to import. That's and whatever it is that you do, you're able to save or cancel. For now, we just cancel. Most important to remember here is you can make your chart of accounts as elaborate as possible. But again, when you have a very long chart of accounts, it could create confusion in your reporting. But I'll leave that to the accountants in your organization to decide what kind of a chart you would like to create. Okay, that's all about setup. I don't want to go to the additional information. Lists are here. What kind of lists do we have? You have the chart of accounts again, recurring transactions, products and services, product categories. What recurring transactions are, for example, I'll give an example of those bills that you do monthly. The only thing that changes is probably the date, the amount, and whatever is the same. For example, if it's a contract and it's being paid monthly. So what you do is you make that a recurring transaction, and every month the system will automatically create that transaction for you. So those are the recurring transactions. Maybe there's a bill that you pay monthly or quarterly. You're able to set up those recurring transactions so that you do not have to remember every time. The system will automatically do that for you. Okay, chart of accounts, we've just come from there. Products and services, these are the items that you bill for when you are doing your invoices. Okay, create items or import items. You can create, for example, I want to create an item called maybe a switch. Okay, what item type is it? A suite, of course, cannot be a service. It can only be a product item. If it is something that I buy, stock, and sell, could also be a non-inventory item or a bundle. So I'm going to create, if you take non-inventory, that means you'll not be required to you'll not be able to track it in your inventory. So if I want to track this in my inventory, how many suites do I have in stock? So that when I'm selling, I'm able to tell I have 100 suites in store and I'm selling maybe 5 or whatever. I can only be able to see that when I have set this item as an inventory item. Okay. If it is a service, for example, it's not a suite. I'll call this lawn mowing. Okay. Again, now this is a service. So I'll set that as a service. What category is it going to be? I can add new category. Maybe I could have a category called services. Okay. Sorry, I didn't type properly. Okay. Then you indicate whether this category is a subcategory, so you can have categories and their subcategories depending on the nature of the services that you bill for. And then I say save. And okay, that's done. Okay, if you wish to add an image for it, you can do that. Okay, you can put the description there, that lawn mowing. How much is the service? Maybe I charge every time I charge 3,000 shillings. Okay, what is going to be the income account? This is important. Okay, this is important. You can say, you can have an income account called sales, but services. For the products, you can say is sales, okay, XYZ type of products, okay, so that when you're looking at your profit and loss and where your income has come from, you can be able to tell most of the income that I've made this period has come from the services or from the products, and that you'll be able to get that kind of a report. So that So what you set here matters. Okay. But if you just leave it as sales, everything will be put together in sales retail, or sales wholesale. Okay. We have quite a number of, okay. So I want to leave it as sales, but that can be changed. Anything else that you might want to. So I save and, okay, this is not a service that I purchase. Okay, if it's if it is an item that I purchase, then I'll need to show that here. For now, I just save and close. Otherwise, if you're going to do many, you say save it now. So I save and close. That's how you create a product. Very, very, very simple. You can continue creating if you wish to. Okay. Most important thing here to remember is if it's a service, product type will be a service. If it is inventory or stock, those of you who are tracking stock, it will be inventory item. If it is for non-stockable items, you'll be able to show that. If it's bundles, those items that you bundle together to sell, okay. If I'm selling maybe a cup of tea, I could bundle that with a mandazi. That's a bundle. So that's just an example. Maybe not a very good example. It's all there for you. Okay. So that's how you create your products and services. If you wish to filter, you can indicate how you want them. Okay. This is where you create your customers. Okay. You can import customers from Excel. Okay. Otherwise, if you wish to add one, it's all there for you. So the choice is yours. You want to add a customer, you just click on add customer. And there you are. What's the customer's title? If you wish to put a title, first name, okay. Company name, email address. This is important because at this age and era, you probably will not want to print invoices and mail them. Not even sure whether that service is still there, or send a courier. You can actually email your invoices from the system as and when you create them. So email address is important. The phone contact is also important. You don't have to keep on scrolling through your phone to see the customer's number. You can actually have it in the system as and when you need it. Website is also good if you can put that. Okay, is this a sub-customer? Yes, you can have a customer, sub-customers. Yes, you can also have that. Okay. Those of us from the NGO world, you could have a customer XYZ, and then you have a project, and you bill by project. I think you can use this feature so that you're able to bill by project, and you can see how much has been billed for every project, and the total for all the projects that the customer. So maybe that's one way. There would be many other ways that you would want to use this feature for. Otherwise, once that is done, you can save. Okay. I don't want to save now. Maybe I should just create one. Let me just create one customer we might want to use. First name use my name, Benson. Okay. My email address. Okay. I need not put that here now because my mobile number, whatever number. Okay. My website, if I have one, and I click save. Okay. There we are. Creating a customer is that easy. Okay. Once we have a customer, do you create estimates? Depends on the nature of your industry. Some customers want to see estimates, or what we can call a quotation. How much are you going to bill me for that service? You create an estimate, they approve it, and then after the estimate is approved, then you go ahead and create an invoice. Okay. Do work, get paid. Is that easy? I can create an invoice here. Okay. Which customer are you billing? Already have a customer. If that customer didn't exist, the system allows me to create a new customer. Otherwise, let me use the customer that I already have. Okay, I didn't put an email. I said that email is important. Okay, what about the terms? Now, a customer means it's somebody that you bill and they don't pay cash immediately, they will pay after some time. It is important to know how and when your bills will be paid. So this is where you indicate that. If you are not happy with what I have here, you can create your own. Okay, say 7 days, 1 week. Okay, you can see net 30, you can see net 15, I can see net 60, but you can create your own as well. So I'm going to leave it at net 30. What's the invoice date? Okay. Due date. Now that you've said it is net 30, system already tells you you should expect to have gotten your money by this date. Okay. Service date, product. Okay. Okay, come and say, what is it that I'm bidding for? Oh, okay, that's a service date. It's today's date. Product or service. Aha, I have my lawn mowing there. Okay. The system already knows that I charge 3,000. Okay. Quantity could be the number of times I'm going to do. I've done the lawn mowing. Okay. Maybe 3 or 4 times. Let's say 4 times. And the system already tells me the bill or the invoice is 12,000. Okay. Should I wish to attach maybe a picture? Okay. I'm sending it to you. You are not where I am to see how I've done the mowing, and I take a snap or a picture. That you want me to attach that, I can attach that here. Okay. Otherwise, my invoice is done. Okay. So my invoice number 1001. Okay. I think I can be able to change this to 001, should I wish to. Okay. And at the bottom here, there is save. Okay. Save and send event. If I had put an email address, I would have clicked on this save and send. But for now, I just save that. So creating an invoice is that easy. Okay. I have a bill now, an invoice of 12,000 shillings. Okay. As and when the customer comes and says, oh, okay, fine, I want to pay right here where I am on this same screen, I can receive payment. So I just click on receive payment. Okay. Okay. Receiving that payment from Benson. Okay. Payment date, today's date. Okay. Payment method. How am I going to be paid? Is he paying cash? He or she paying cash? Are they paying by check? Are they paying by credit card? Okay. Okay. Fine. I can create my own payment method. I want us to create that there. Going to be paid by M-Pesa. Okay. And I save that. There you are. I should put a reference number 654321. Okay. Where do I deposit the money to? I have several accounts here, cash and cash equivalents, allowance for bad debts. Okay, if what the account you want to deposit your money to is not here, you can always create your own. Alternatively, you leave that money that has been paid in the deposited funds. But that, of course, when you leave it here, it means that sometime later, you'll have to go to the deposited funds and move whatever is there to the respective cash accounts or bank accounts. Okay. I'm not saying a bank account here. If I wish to create a bank account, I can create one here. Okay. And I say this is ABC Bank. I'm not sure there's such a bank somewhere. Limited. Okay. Account type, cash and equivalent or current assets. Okay, maybe I select that. It's a bank account. Okay. But also pay cash or whatever. I'll use that. Opening balance. My account might not be in use, might be an account that has been in use. So maybe I say there has been some little money there. 10, 5, okay. And there you are. As of what date? That is important. Okay, let me say as of 31st of, so that is basically my opening balance. Okay. Description, and maybe I just copy this and paste it there. And I have a bank account. Okay. And I save that. So my money is going to be deposited into that. Okay. And it is done. It's as simple as that. I did an invoice and I've received payment for the same. Okay. So save and new if I wish to create a new one. Okay. And that's it. That's simple. It is done. So at some point I would want, already I can see I can see my sales here. 12,000. That's what I've done this period. Okay. Might want to see all my sales. Okay. I have a list there. Okay. Close that for now. Okay. Yes, I can see my transactions here. There's an invoice that was raised to Benson, and there's a payment that has been received from Benson. So you can see how easy it is. Okay. You're able to see all your sales transactions in one place. Again, should you wish to filter, you might probably just want to see just invoices. You click on invoices, and you'll be able to see the invoices. Okay, you might want to see estimates if they are there, or transactions, whatever it is that you want to see, it's all there for you. So for now, maybe you want to see all the transactions. You can see the transactions that we've already done. Okay, and should you wish to create a new transaction, on my left, where my cursor is hovering, you can be able to create that. You can be able to create other transactions from there. Okay, so if we've created an invoice, let's create a sales receipt. Okay, and before we create that, it's important for you to see the transaction types. This invoice, you can import invoices from Excel or from other systems. We've just done a payment. You've seen how that is done. Estimates we are not going to create, but it's possible. This is what we call, could use this for a pro forma. Those of you who do pro formas, you could use this for quotations or estimates as they are. Okay, you can say sales receipts, credit note, refund receipts. Okay, that's all there for us. Okay. So let's create a sales receipt. Okay. Again, you could go to Benson. If it is a transaction that maybe a customer has just walked in and you might never see them again, you could create a new account called cash. Okay. Maybe let's just use Benson because it's already there. Again, okay. What is Benson buying? Okay. This is going to be cash. What is Benson buying this time round? It's not lawn mowing. Can be anything else. Okay. Maybe I say it's just a sale. Okay. Description. Whatever you want to put as a description. The rate. Maybe I say this is 5,500. Okay. And it is done. Save and send or just save. Okay. It's as simple as that. System is ready to do another one and another one, so you can continue from there. For now, we just close this. And now if I go back to all my sales, I should be able to see the sales receipt as well. Okay, overview on the sales. See your customers here, products and services. So if I click on customer, okay, so you can create your customers. Okay. Okay. Overview again. Okay. I can see the money in product and services, estimates, invoice. This is create invoice. Okay. It can be done from there. Okay. Already I can see the income over time. Okay. There's even a graph for that. Okay. To show you. Okay. Zero unpaid. So if there are invoices that have been created and have not been paid, you'll be able to see the total unpaid there. You can see how much has been paid there and all that. Okay. Don't want to take a lot of time on this. Okay. What else would you want us to do? Okay, on this side of the screen. Okay. We've done the sales. Maybe it's time now we look at the expenses. So to create expenses, you come and click on expenses here. Where you are. Bingo. The system says no expenses found because we have not created any. We want to create a new transaction. Is it a bill? Is it an expense? We see it's an expense. We say new transaction. Okay, fine is coming there. Okay, who is going to be the payee? Yeah. Can create the payee. The interest of time, let me just use Benson. No, Benson is a customer. You can create a payee here. Okay. Supplier name. I can call this one Mary. Okay. Email address is important. The phone numbers, if you want to put, it's all there for you. You can put the addresses if you wish to. It's all there. These are very important details. For now, I just say, okay. And so I'm paying somebody called Mary. From which account am I paying from? I'm paying from APC Bank Limited. What's the payment date? How am I going to pay them? Maybe I'm paying Mary cash. Okay. What am I paying for? Okay. Maybe I'm paying for where are my item details? Yeah. So I'm paying for 3, for example. What is the amount? 500. Okay. This is billable if you want to, whatever. Customer, if you want to put a name there. So there for you. Okay. At any one time, you can be able to, yeah, that's it. So if you want to put that, you can put. For now, I've created an expense and I can make recurring if Mary, I'll be paying Mary for this item, maybe periodically. I can make it recurring. For now, I leave that as it is. So I just save there, bingo, and I have an account. Please fill in there. Or something that I've not done here. The category. Okay. That was important. Okay. Maybe I need to create an account here for Office T. Or Office expenses. It's not already there. Sorry. Yeah. What account type is it? It's an expense. Detail type, because T cannot be advertising and promotional. Promotional, you select here. Okay. You can select. Okay. Maybe I put it here, meals and entertainment. Okay. And put a description there. Again, you call it whatever it is that you want to call it. and because it will appear on your profit and loss. Okay, it's telling me that of his expense already. It is already there. So I save this. I still have an error. I don't know why. Oh, it's already there. So I probably should have just selected. So just type office. Okay, maybe I save this. Count type. Some expense. And I save that. And that is done. Yeah, but I can save. And that is how you do expenses. All right. So we said to do your expenses, this is where you come to. Just created an expense. Okay. Reports. The next one. System has what is calling standard reports, custom reports, management reports. They're all there for you. Somebody has just joined us in. Karibu or welcome. So reports. Let's go to standard reports. Okay, the reports are here. Very many of them. Okay. Profit and loss by customer, profit and loss by month, profit and loss by whatever. Can see your balance sheet, can see your audit log. Okay. Many reports. Who owes you? Okay. Because we don't have any accounts receivable. Yeah. Welcome. Somebody has just joined us again. You're welcome. Okay. So who owes you? Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable. Okay. This is the aging summary. Okay. For those that do aging. Okay. Accounts receivable. It's important that you do it. Your aging. You can see that in detail or in summary. You can see a collections report here. Okay. You can see a customer balance summary or the current customer balance detail. If I click on that, I should be able to see a report. Okay. And it is telling me, of course, there's none. We created an invoice, it was paid for. All right. Let's go back to our reports again. Standard reports. Okay. Customer balance detail, invoice list. Okay. You can see the invoice that we created, the date, the transaction type, the invoice number, the customer's name. I didn't put a memo, that is the description of the service, the due date, and the amount. Okay. And open balance means 00 because it's already paid for. Okay. Again, you can save this. Okay. You can email. You can schedule that report. You can add this to your management reports. That's all possible. Okay. Back again to the reports. Somebody has just joined us. Welcome again. Okay, reports again. Let's have a look at custom reports. Okay. Expenses by supplier, summary, transaction list by supplier, okay, supplier contact list. All these are many reports. Unpaid bills, if you had created bills. Okay, car supplier balance summary. If you have got accounts, suppliers that you owe money. Okay. Reconciliation reports. Adjusted trial balance and trial balance for accountants. Journals, if you have got a listing of journals. adjusting journal entries, profit and loss. Okay. This is the total only. Can I see this by monthly? Oh, this is last month, sorry. So just the all dates. Okay, for some reason I'm not able to get that. Okay, I've said all dates. Display column by days, by whatever. Okay. There you are. Okay. So you can see your profit and loss. Test ABC company, profit and loss, all dates. You can see the income, 17,500. You can see, so you already have net earnings. Okay. It's all there for you. That easy. Yeah. Should you wish, if you have a print and you want to print it, so there, you want to email, you can be able to email. Okay. If you want to export, so you can email, you can print, and you can export. It's entirely up to you. Okay. Again, on the reports. So have a look at the management reports. This is the company financials. This year, can be this year, can be yesterday, can be this quarter, can be this month to date. Again, it's entirely up to you. Since 365, since 90 days ago, it's all there. So it's you to choose. You customize the periods, you choose the dates, it's all there for you. If I say this month, okay, in preview, go on. There you are. It's a management report for you. Okay, profit and loss, balance sheet, statement of cash balance, they're all there. Okay. For non-accountants, this to me is looking great. Not saying you don't consult those that you consult. All the same, you can see, you can be able to get your management reports that easily. I can download, you can print. Okay, it's all there. Okay, you can see it's 1 to 5. Okay, I can save as PDF and send, whatever it is that I want to do. Okay, so that is an example of a management report. I don't want to print, I don't want to save, right? Yes, so this is where you get your management reports. And I think you should also be able to create your own. Okay, yes, you're able to create your own management, your own format. You're able to format your own reports. Okay, we are not going to do that now. Right, so performance, whatever. So maybe those of you that have QuickBooks Online, just suggest you go through these reports and find that which suits you. We are not going to employees, budgets. Okay, this is where you create your budgets. Plan your finances and stay ahead. You can create a budget here or import a budget. Okay, you say you want to create a budget. Not going to take a lot of time on this. Okay. What budget type? Profit and loss. The period covered. Budget format, consolidated or subdivided. Prefill data. Okay. From where? Actuals of 2024. Actuals 2023. Basically, you want to create your budget from which actuals? Last year, but one, the previous year. It's all there for you. If you have them in the system, maybe I just say maybe 2024. Of course, I know I have nothing in 2024, but if they were there, I'll be able to or just import a budget if you have it on Excel. So you are able to do your budget on Excel and import into QuickBooks Online. Okay, here I would say next. Right now, I think I'm just going to say cancel. Okay, so you're able to see to do your budgets, taxes. Simply smart tax filing, set up VAT if you wish to. Let's set up with the right tax codes for Kenya. Those who are in Kenya, so you say next. Okay, start of tax period, January, say monthly, set cash or accrual, and put your PIN number there. Okay, I'm not sure we'll be able to continue without a correct PIN number. Not sure. I'll put one. You're ready to track your tax. Okay. Okay. Just don't want to get to that. I'll just say okay. You are set up. You already looked at customizing your invoice. Don't want to go through that again. Okay. And we are done. Can also customize your form styles. Basically, these are the templates. You're able to customize them. You're able to edit them. I think we had kind of looked at this earlier. I don't want to get myself into that. Okay. You can create your own templates again for your sales receipt, for your invoice. Okay, maybe get into that briefly. Go to design. Okay. Can change whatever it is that I want to do. Okay, my sales receipt template. What template are you using? What content is it going to have? And your logo, if you wish to. Okay. Add logo. Sure. Oh, okay, fine. I think it's waiting for us to tell it where we are going to pick the logo from. So if I come and do this, then it takes me out. It wants to know where my logo is. I don't have one now. Okay. So I can physically just come out of this. Okay. Okay. I don't have one. Let me just go back. Let's go back. Okay. Maybe I just pick something like this. There's nothing there. Just cancel. Just be patient with us. We're looking for a logo. And there is one. Uploading. Taking a bit of time. It's okay, so I just save that. Okay. Should be able to see the logo. The logo is there. And just save. And there you are. You have the logo. Okay, you have the name of the company. Should you wish to change the fonts and whatever else, it's all possible. I can preview as PDF. That's how my document will look like. Okay. Well, that's it. So I say done. Okay. I can change the colors and whatever it is that I want to do, I'm able to do that. For now, let's just say done. Menu settings. You can customize the menu, what it is that you want to see. We'll not get into that now. And we are good to go. We are done. Okay. I wish to go back here to this gear icon. There's something that I did not mention. Okay. We've seen you can import data and you can be able to export your data out. Okay. We've seen you can do budgeting. Okay. You can be able to see your audit logs, the audit trail, audit logs. Okay. I want to mention something briefly about reconciliations. These are your bank reconciliations. Okay. So reconciliation basically means matching your books to the bank records. So bank records, of course, will be the statement from your bank. And your books is, of course, what you have in the QuickBooks. You say get started. Okay. Let's get reconcile. Get to that. Which bank are you reconciling? So I already have a beginning balance of 105. The system wants to know my statement ending balance. So for that, of course, it depends on what is on your bank statement and the statement ending date. So if I say I have, that's 105 plus 17, 122, 500, for example. Statement ending date. Say this is June 30th. I know we are not yet there. Okay. Are there any bank charges? Okay. So if I click here, yeah, you can see that date there. Service charge, maybe 250. Okay. Interest earned, there is nothing. And start reconciling. There you are. So this is my statement ending that date for this bank. Okay, I can see my transactions here. Okay, I can see my service charge. I can see the monies that were paid. And there's a difference. Okay. So what do I need to do? I can put a tick on this. Okay. I can put a tick on that. Okay, I still have a difference. Okay. I can see my deposits if they are any. 55. I can see my payments if they are any. I've already ticked that. So in such a case then, probably my, the 105. The 105 needed to appear somewhere here. Okay, the opening balance. Okay. In any event, okay, you can see the cleared balance, the statement balance, and I still have a difference. Okay. What do I need to do? Save for later. Okay. Finish now. Close without saving. Of course, this is not correct. So I close without saving. But that is basically where you do your bank reconciliations. Okay. The audit log is there. Okay, those are the tools. Your subscription and billing is there. You wish to look at it. Okay. Have questions about your subscription? It's all there, the payment history, your company ID, it's all there. Okay. I don't want us to get into that now. Switch or whatever. I think for now I'm done. I want to say thank you very much for taking your time listening to us. I'll invite my colleague John to take us from there.